Good evening. Right, there we go. Right, I'll introduce myself first of all. My name is Norm Baker. Norm, thank you. Norm is of course short for Norman, which is the shite name that my parents decided to burden me with. I don't think, unless you've got a name like Norman, you can really appreciate the influence that it brings to bear on your life. If you take me, for example, as an adolescent, I was short, I was fat, I was specky, I had a bowl cut, and I was called Norman. So there were only really two career opportunities available to me. And I just didn't want to be a paedophile. So I went down the other route and I became an accountant. And can I just say, I've not come in character tonight. What I've come as is a shite part-time stand-up comedian who walked out of work tonight and forgot his stand-up comedian outfit. So, which is a shame actually, because my wife bought me a new pair of jeans and I was going to wear them tonight. She bought me a new pair of jeans because she said my old jeans made me look like a middle-aged woman. Not just any middle-aged woman, a middle-aged woman who'd just given up. So she bought me some new jeans, and they're Levi's, and it was a nice little present. But what I didn't realise about Levi's is if you look around the back, there's a big brown patch with the size stamped on it. Now, if I had a 30-inch waist and a 32-inch leg, I wouldn't mind. But I don't. I've got a 34-inch waist and a 30-inch leg. So I'm basically walking around saying, just in case you haven't noticed, I've got short and fat stamped on my arse. But I have actually lost weight recently, which is nice, but it's a bit of a double-edged sword because, I don't know if you've noticed, when you lose weight, people will compliment you, but they can't compliment you without inadvertently but simultaneously insulting what you looked like 4 weeks previous. So I was in the office a couple of weeks ago and I saw somebody I hadn't seen for a while and she went, "Oh, look at you, haven't you lost weight?" And I said, "Oh, thanks very much." And she went, yeah, you can really tell, you know, not that you were fat before, I mean, you weren't massive. I stood there going, Jesus Christ, I'm feeling worse after this comment. She said, it's not that you were massive, you were just, you know, a little bit too heavy for your height. Not that you're short, I mean, you're not tall, anybody can see that. You're not short, you can't even be below average. Anyway, about your hair. So that was a rough day at the office, but yeah, I'm an accountant. As I said, have we got any accountants in tonight? Yeah, good for you, Newcastle. You all knew what you wanted to do with your life. Because at the end of the day, nobody dreams of becoming an accountant, do they? They don't make a junior Fisher-Price accountant set containing a DIY balance sheet, a calculator and a short sleeve shirt. And I'll tell you why they don't make a Fisher-Price junior accountant sets. Because nobody fucking wants it, Newcastle. You don't see little kids sitting around in the playground, one saying to the other, "I don't want to be the auditor today, I want to be the financial controller." That is a little joke about the social hierarchy within groups of accountants. And if there were any here, it would have fucking killed. So I'll tell you how you become an accountant. You go through school and college, university, and you come out the other end, and you go to the careers advisor, and he says to you, "So what do you want to do with your life?" And you go, "Really thought about it." He says, "Well, have you got any particular interests?" And you say, "No, not really." He says, "Well, is there anything you're good at?" And you say, "I'm quite good at adding up." And he goes, "Really? Tell me, are you at all successful with members of the opposite sex?" You say, "No, not at all." "Trainee accountant it is, next." And then 10 years later, you find yourself on a stage, overweight, undersexed, stood in front of a group full of people, desperately hoping that you'll make them laugh just enough so that anybody will come and rescue you from the dank, dreary, dismal hell that is the personal, daily, shite life that you've created for yourself. Anyway, on with the show. So yeah, I'm an accountant called Norman. You might be surprised to know that that doesn't exactly attract the ladies. I've never really had much luck pulling women. I'll give you an example. Once upon a time, I knew a girl, a beautiful girl. She was intelligent, she was funny, she was beautiful, and I loved her. And one day we were getting a coffee at the same time, and I plucked up my courage and I said to her, "Can I call you sometime?" Now she didn't say yes. But she didn't say no either. She said something worse than no. She said, why? Now let me just replay that for you. I said, can I call you sometime? And she said, but why? With one word of 3 little letters, a single syllable, she effectively said, your existence is such a continuing irrelevance to me that I cannot understand under what circumstances you could possibly think we have anything to talk about. So yeah, it's never been very easy getting laid, to be honest. And the thing is, when you call Norman, when you eventually do, it's shit. I mean, first of all, you have to wait for a long time. Until you're like 18, 19, 27. And you finally meet that one girl that combines just the right elements of drunkenness, depression, self-loathing, and of course, the golden piece in the jigsaw, pity. And you think to yourself, it's finally going to happen. I'm actually going to have sex. But you can't lose yourself in the moment. You can't enjoy it because you're constantly terrified that if you do too well, she might get a bit vocal, and that is the last thing you want. Oh yeah, that feels good. Oh shit, we've got a talker. Oh, faster, harder. All right, love, we're not directing a fucking film here. Yes, give it to me. Don't you say it, don't you fucking say it. Give it to me, Norman. Now, I guarantee that even if you found a woman who combines the smouldering sexuality of Angelina Jolie, the husky voice of Mariella Fostrop, and the acting skills of Meryl Streep, you still do not have a woman who can successfully convey the twin emotions of arousal and desire through the use of the word Norman. It usually comes out as sarcastic, but at its worst, just downright disdainful. Ladies and gentlemen, like most stand-up comedians, I come up here and I stand this because my personal life is a deep, dark hole of anguish and pain. So I come here to seek your validation through 2 things. Through laughs, pity laughs, generous laughs, I don't care which, and through you all liking my Facebook page. So please look me up. My name's Norm Baker. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you very much. Good night.